this one here sending you Cupid's arrows and ish. Okay, so let's see what we have going on for here for you right now. Let's see what the messages is, baby. We in the Duck Off Collective. How you guys doing? It's your girl, Fruitful Goddess, coming through with a early bird message for you guys. Okay, it's for my early birds, or for my winners that can't really sleep right now, or you took your nap and you just up. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. If you guys like my content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you as a part of the Winning Team family. If you're a repetitive viewer or potential subscriber, what are you waiting for? Today is the day, baby. I said you guys hit that like button and support the platform. I greatly appreciate it. You got to know that your girl got nothing but love for you guys. And I'm up here doing this message for you right now. And where I am, it is 3 a.m., baby. So here we go. Finality. Ooh. So this person is throwing you Cupid's arrows in ish. But it's like, why now? And the reason why is because you walked away. With finality being here. Farewells leave behind enclosure. It's like it's like they're struggling to close a cycle. They're struggling to, leave you behind. They're struggling, in that department. And because you walked away. This person is like, you were not supposed to walk away. That's not what this was supposed to be. This is what this person is tapped into the energy of thinking and saying. And I feel like they're repeating this over and over again to themselves that you wasn't like, don't say goodbye energy. Look at this. I can't make it up. We have soulmates. Okay? If you guys want some light, let me know. But I'm really just like, I'm loving the vibes right now. So we have soulmates. So this is someone, deep love, unity, and connection. That's why you weren't supposed to say goodbye to this person, collective, at all. That's how they feel. Okay, this is how this person is feeling. But something, you know what? You may feel this person like sending you, Cupid's arrow. You may feel this person pulling on your heartstrings, but some of you in the energy of keeping it moving. With finality being here, your back is turned. It's like you're moving away. Yep, confusion, and you are clear on that. Okay, you are clear on that. You are no longer uncertain, unclear, or unsure. You are very clear, and I feel like whoever this person is, they know that you're clear. They know that you are clear on something here. Will we have conflicted, and they're conflicted as a result. This person is very conflicted at this time, collective. Okay, and they know that it's all because of the decision that they made, because they chose to be in this hot and cold energy, because they chose to have multiple choices and put you on the back burner. They chose all type of things over you. This is a cup of liquor on here. This person could have been even choosing alcohol over you. Some of you may think that it was another person, but it was an addiction that this person was choosing. Yeah, look, and whatever it was, it left you feeling empty. you know you could have started getting bored with the connection because everything became like repetitive. It felt like you were on a repetitive cycle. It's like you already knew what the outcome was going to be, especially once this person start drinking and things of that sort. And it was just like, this is what you're giving your all to. This is what you're giving your all to. You're not in the business of, or in the energy of trying to give me your all. So yeah, you walked away, and this person is like, it's like you could have been in the energy of saying one day, you was just gonna walk away and just leave it all behind. There are some days somewhere and another time on here Okay, and I feel like this person was taking it for granted. You know, they didn't really think that you were going to walk away until you really walked away here. Wow. Okay. mm, a baby foot on here. This could be someone's um child's mother, child's father. You know, take it as it resonates. But and maybe that's what was holding someone back here. Maybe you wanted to put one foot forward, but at the end of the day, it was more so like maybe, you know, you wanted this mother to be around. You wanted this father to be around, you know, for the child's sake. But then you realize that it was hurting you. It was hurting you to hold on, knowing that you were not being filled up, you know, in a situation with this person. Look, but we have a second chance. Okay, this is someone they wrote in the dice collective. This is someone that's saying don't say goodbye. Okay. Oh, I'm hearing Kelly Price. Okay, what she said, don't say goodbye. I loved you for a lifetime. Without you, there is no me. Okay, so this person is saying, without you, there is no me. That's what we have going here. Reconciliation, making amends an opportunity. And I feel like they want to have this opportunity to convey this to you. Whoever this person is. Is it too dark for you guys? Let me know in the chat if you guys want me to turn the light on. I can do that if you want me to. But some of you guys like to see the messages versus, you know, just hearing it. But here we go. Yep, we have mistake. So this is someone that feels like they made a mistake. They know they made a mistake here. And it's like it's like what they want to say to you is like they are misunderstood. This is what this person want to say, but I feel like this person is going to try to play the victim in this situation here. You gave this person more than enough time to, you know, make things right, and they consistently chose other things over the connection with you. Consistently, until you felt empty. This person was pretty much, whatever they were doing, they were depleting you. Okay. And it's like only you know what this person was doing, but whatever it is that they were doing, they were depleting you. Well, we have clarity, and that's the truth. Okay. We have truth, intentions, and honesty. So I feel like you had to be honest with yourself. And that's when you decided to move away from this connection. And that's when you put it in your mind like one day or someday I gotta, you know, move on. I gotta leave this behind. And ever since you made that choice, or you know, that decision to move away from whatever that was, this person is going back down memory lane, reminiscing, dwelling, you know, in this bittersweet energy over this connection. This person really messed this connection up with you, collective, and they know it. Listen, they know it. They counted you out. And that falls under the same guidelines. You know, whoever counted you out couldn't count. And that's what's happening with this person. It's like they lost count of, you know, who they were really dealing with and what type of time, you know what I'm saying, that you were really on. That's what they lost count of, what type of time you were on. I feel like you just wanted something real, something really real, you know, and they came off like they wanted the same thing, all to operate in a whole nother energy, all to choose other things over this connection with you. And I feel like that was a bad choice on this person end. It was a flag on the play winning team, right? It was a flag on the play. Look at this, heart fog. Look at this, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. They know they messed up. They know that they messed up. Now they sitting somewhere hurting, Because first of all, this person never thought that they'll be hurting over you. You know, they took you for granted. Like, I'm not gonna miss the collective, let me go, or let me go, or let me leave, or you go ahead, or whatever the case may have been. Whatever this person said, they're regretting the words that they conveyed to you. They're regretting those words. It's eating them up, collective. It's eating this person up. What we have, look at this twin flame. For many of you, this is your twin flame. Okay? It is. It is. And but the whole time you were screaming, you're my twin and things of that nature, this person was pretty much shunning, what you were saying. They were not picking up what you were putting down, right? They made it as if they didn't know anything about the twin flame journey, and the whole entire time they knew, but they were not ready to settle. They were not ready to, stop drinking or stop partying or stop seeing other people, stop conversing with others. They felt like this twin flame connection was a little too real, too deep, and they were going to have to be a little too committed. So this is someone that chose something that was on a very lower level, in a lower vibration, extremely low vibration. They were tapped into low vibrational things, having you confused, not giving you any clarity. But once you gain clarity, that's when you decided to put that 1 foot forward. And some of you could have left with a child or children. It was like enough. That was enough. I feel like this is someone that could have been neglecting you, neglecting a child, depriving you of attention, depriving a child of attention, or that nurturing energy that they were supposed to give as a parent, because they were too fixated on just living their life, not knowing that when you have a child or children, you live for them. You know, you made that choice to have a child or children. So that means that up until they can fend for themselves, you got to fend for them. And this is not someone that was seeing it that way. This is someone that could have, put everything on you. When it came down to caring for the child or the children and, things of that nature, they're regretting it. This is somebody, that's what's tying them up. They wish that they can go back and fix what they messed up. They wish that they can go back in time, collective, and make things right and stop you from walking away. It's like they going all the way back to the day you walked away. This is someone that remembers when you walked away, or when you moved away, or when you just left. Okay? And something in them wanted to tell you right then and there, like, don't leave. But they didn't. This is somebody that was ego tripping. They really were. And now it's like they wish they would have, put that ego to the side, because this is someone that experienced the ego death. Okay? They definitely did. What we have, look at this emotional storm. Yep. They didn't went through it already. They done been through this emotional storm here. Turmoil, unstable, affected. I'm telling you, this person is affected right now, and they can pretty much be unstable. Spirit is saying this person is in deep turmoil. Deep turmoil. And that's that grief, and that's that regret, and that's that guilt, and that's that shame that's tearing this person up. This person they could have missed, you know, different milestones of a child. And I feel like Spirit want me to tap in on that. And those times they won't get that back. You know, it's like when you have a child, they don't go backwards. They steady moving up. They steady aging. They steady doing different things. And this person is nowhere in sight. That's the reason why Spirit is dealing with this person. Also too, because of this twin flame journey, but more so because they were given a gift, the gift of even being a parent. You know how many people cannot have or bear a child, or have children, you know and this is someone that was gifted a child, and they abused that gift. So that once you saw that this person was operating in that energy, towards they're like stoop that low and do that with a child, you already knew what this person would do to you. I feel like that's when you gained your clarity. Like, if this person could do this to someone that they had, or they made, or they created, I don't stand a chance. And now this person is wanting a second chance to be a part of a child's life. I feel like this is someone that really want to apologize to a child for being so immature, you know, and that can be a reason why we have mistakes here and misunderstood. This is someone that even want to convey to you, or even tell a child. I don't know if this child could be an adult now, don't have to be, but this is someone that want to convey, or they're waiting till a child become old enough to understand, that they were a lost soul. I feel like this is somebody that's definitely going to say those things. They're definitely going to convey that message to a child that, they were going through it. And I feel like this person spent a lot of time drinking, okay? Or they could have before they experienced this ego death. I feel like someone is really like in solitude at this time. What we have, I can't make it up. Don't play with me. Listen, this person is in solitude doing what? Thinking. Thinking. They are thinking. They are missing you. They are craving you. They are desiring you. That's what this person is doing at this time. They're thinking. They're thinking about how all of this happened because of whatever this person did. And I'm not going to say that this person could have just been, it could have just been all of them, you know. But I feel like you've already taken accountability for, the things that you said or done, or the role that you played. This is someone that's been dodging, taking accountability, and they could have been the instigator. They could have, provoked you into whatever energy that you were in, you know. And I feel like this is what got this person feeling the way that they feeling a lot of shame. They dealing with turmoil collective. Look at this. Rejection. Because they know that if they try to make a move, you're going to reject them. Or they're thinking about if they try to make a move and come in for this reconciliation, because they know that you're their soulmate, or their twin flame. But like I said, I feel like your soulmate is your twin flame. That's just the way that I see it. You know, I don't know why. I just feel like it's levels to this. And, you know, I really feel like one soulmate is one's twin flame. So they don't, they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid because this could be somebody that's feeling regret because they abandoned you in some type of way. Okay, it could have been straight up abandonment, or they could have abandoned you in some type of way. And the way, a way that they could have abandoned you, if they didn't just straight up abandon you, is by dismissing, you know, um, the way that you felt, the things that you spoke to them about, the things that you say you didn't like, the things that you say you did like. This is someone that was dismissing everything. It's like they didn't really care after a point. What else came out here? Look, confessions. I'm telling you, this person want to confess. Okay? We have unveiling, coming clean, and messages. Yeah, baby. They want to come clean. They feel like they have to because they can't do this without you. They don't want to. They can't, really. They feel like they missing their other half. And who is the other half? The other half of their soul. And this is the reason why I feel like soulmates and twin flames go hand in hand. Because if you guys share a soul as twin flames, how is it not your soulmate? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this person feel like they missing their other half. And at some point they could have been downplaying that you were even like their soulmate, or the other half, and that you guys were one. They could have been in the energy of denying the fact that you guys were one. They're not in that energy right now. And all of this is what's got this person affected because of the things that they say to you. And they know that when they said it, it was things that you were not going to forget. Okay? And I'm telling you, it could have led you to, but before I say that, here we go, we have broken here. But that energy could have led you to letting this person have it. You know what I'm saying, collective? And that's what I mean by this person provoked you, by telling you things that they know would bother you or affect you. And you ended up like lashing out on this person. Okay? And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't good. And they felt that issue when you did it. You know what I'm saying? So we have broken here. So this person is shattered. They heartbroken. They feel destroyed because they destroyed this connection. They did. This is someone that's sitting somewhere in a heartbroken energy for sure. And no matter if you ever run across this person on social media, or whether you see them in person and they still smiling, I'm telling you, it's a facade. This person is broken. What do we have? Look, escaping. Yeah. Avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. I feel like this is what someone could have been doing you. And as a result, what goes around comes around. Even if you are not intentionally doing this, it's like you can just be rejecting this person. Okay, they pass this, the telepathy, all of that. You pushing it away. You're avoiding it. Okay, some of you are not seeing this person because you are in this avoiding energy. You just want to block this person out because of the things that the way this person, treated you in the situation. But they want a second chance to, reconcile and make amends and the opportunity to make something right. And I feel like I don't think this person is still ready, you know. I just feel like I don't think this person is still ready. Whatever they're going through, that's their fault. You know, you already poured into this connection. So why should you think about the way this person feel after they made choices and decisions that they made? They were not thinking of you when they made those choices and when they made those decisions. They simply were not. And this really hurt you. We got soulmates, we got second chance, and we got twin flames. Deep love, unity, and connection. This is what you thought that you guys had, right? And this is the reason why you are not feeling bad or feeling sorry. What we have, and they bitter about it, collective. Look at them. Look at them. I feel like this person is very angry because of the hurtful words. It says resentment, anger, and hurtful words. They are angry because of the hurtful words that they spewed out to you. Okay? This is someone, they started resenting themselves because this is someone that realized that they were the problem. They were the big problem. They were a big problem to you. They made big problems for you. And some of you can't forget some of the low down dirty things that this person did. And you're not gonna forget, you know, certain things that this person did, certain things that they said, they shouldn't have said, they shouldn't have done, you know. If they didn't want to deal with you, they didn't have to deal with you. But they also too didn't have to try to do you the way that they did you, when you were not around. That's what matters the most. You know, what somebody do or say when you're not around. This is someone that is not loyal, but they steady throwing things, Cupid's arrow at you. Like, where's the love? You know, this person throwing it, where is the love? Where was the love? Could be your question. You know, when you needed it, when you wanted it, when you was desiring it, only from them. You know, you was in the energy of only wanting love from them, only wanting this, that, and the third from them, and that's it. Him or her. And they messed it up. Till you walked away, collective. You said your farewells already. You left it behind, and it's like you did all this without any closure. Because had this person gave you any closure, you wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm talking about where you guys are. You know, you guys will be together. If you are with this person right now, there's a big disconnect. It might as well be over. It's like you hanging on to a thin thread, you know? And I'm not saying it. That's what you said, right? Because somehow I just heard someone have those type of thoughts. You know, like I'm really holding on to nothing, and I know I'm in denial about it. And you know, and that's phases that you go through, especially when it comes down to this twin flame journey. You know, it says share feelings on here, right? Reflection, mirroring, and it's common, and it's normal for you to feel that way, right? But just don't stay right there too long. You need to feel everything you need to feel and be able to see things for exactly what it is if you're going through this right now, and move away from this person. It don't matter if this your soulmate. It don't matter if they your twin flame. This is someone that devalue you. Like they didn't see the value in being in a connection with you. They wasn't ready to go the extra mile for you, and you really deserve that. The only time they were willing to go the extra miles when they saw you take that step that you was debating on taking, and you took that extra mile right here. This is when they saw you when you left. You know, when you was way down yonder somewhere. This is when they saw you, and even then, like I said, this person didn't have the guts to stop you, and that's why they beating up on themselves right now. That's why they bitter right now, because deep down they really wanted to tell you, don't leave, but their ego told them that they can find better, they can do better, and this is what they thought. They really felt that way, and this is what they thought, and now they're not too happy about whatever this is that they chose, if they chose anything. And I'm talking about no matter what it is, okay? Look at this intimacy, because the intimacy is not there. This only happened with you. They're soulmate and they're twin flame, and that's the reason why they want a second chance. If this is someone that walked off and went to go and start something new with someone else, it's not working, because there's no intimacy. This person missed the way that they loved on you. They tried to be intimate with someone else, but the light is on in no one's home with that other person. They not getting it. It's not clicking, and it's really not in them to be, you know, the cuddle up type. To fall asleep on each other type. It's not. It's not working. It's not working for this person. They're not happy with it, and that's why they are bitter. They are bitter. So this could be someone that could have said all type of things, like, you tried to keep a child away, or you keeping a child away, or da 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 da, whatever this person was saying, to try to justify the fact that they wanted to go out and try to sow their royal oats with someone else. You know, they tried to shift the blame on you. What Soldier Slim said, don't try to put the blame on me. Don't try to put the blame on me. And that can be your energy, Like, don't try to put that on me. I was not participating in that. But if I see something that's unhealthy and you were unhealthy for my child, my job as a mother or father is to protect my child from even you, you know? And that's where you were at with it. And if this person didn't understand that, then you didn't care what they understood, you know? You gotta come correct, or you can't come at all. Cause what you're not gonna do is try to break my child like you tried to do me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where you were at with it. It was nothing about you didn't want this person to see the child. Like that's so childish. Why would you try to hurt your own child by not letting them see the other parent that you know that they love? But if you know that that other parent is an adult and could potentially hurt or harm your child, your duty is to protect your child from even them. It don't matter if they the mother or father. One day they'll understand why you did it. And I'm not talking about the child. I'm talking about the grown child, the father or the mother. One day they'll understand. And then on top of you sharing the same soul with this person, you like I said, you could feel this person pull on your heartstrings. You could feel, you know, that they were not going to be right for your innocent child. Hell no. And that's the bottom line. Okay? And you did what needed to be done. But since you did what needed to be done, that shouldn't have stopped this person for showing up or trying their best for the sake of their child or their children. And that's why this person going through it too. See, people don't understand. When God give you children and you don't do right by your, I don't care what you saying the mother did, the father did, it's your duty. It's solely your responsibility. I don't care what the case is. If you don't do right by your children, you would never prosper in life. And started learning that the hard way. When you think about it, when you are someone that's a mother or a father and you hands on and you dare, God bless you for that. You know, if you have multiple children, you know what I'm saying, or multiple different mothers or fathers, you don't take care of some, you take care of all of them. You're not gonna get what, you ain't gonna get no reward for taking care of some. That don't work like that. You know, and that's what a lot of these people do. They it all depends on how they feel about the mother or the father. And that's how, you know, if they have multiple baby mothers or fathers, that's the way that they are gonna like receive the child. Where they do that at, and it's your own child, right? So somebody here is bitter because everything is being stripped away from them. Everything. Listen to me. As soon as they get it, anytime they try to get their shine on, you ain't gonna be shining for long. Your child not shining because of you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys. I didn't see it happen to so many people, right? I'm telling you, I didn't see this happen to so many people. And the ones that I know is like hands-on parents, right? Those people are blessed and they deserve to be blessed, right? And it's like no matter what they do in their personal life, they're there for their children or their child, right? I didn't see it. And that's why they still blessed. Look at this, running. And whoever you dealt with, they ran. If you don't have children, then, and this person have children, then that resonates with them and someone else. It's still the same thing, right? It's still the same thing. This person is a runner. They run, they ghost, they disappear, they become invisible, and they like to shift blame. Remember, mistake came out. They tried to play the victim, but that was their own mistake, trying to play the victim in that case. Okay? And that's the reason why they want to try to, you know, wait until you do all the hard work and come around and put on this sad sob story and play the victim and just take the easy way out talking about, you know, I was a lost soul at that time. That don't work like that, because by the time these energies want to step up and do that, the child don't want to hear that from them. The child don't really want nothing to do with them. And then they try to blame you for it. Imagine that. So for some of you, it was a whole lot with dealing with whoever this individual is, okay, or these individuals, okay? And that's the reason why you said your farewells. That was a little bit too much for you, okay? It's like when you, that's going low. That's like trying to hit below the belt, but you trying to hit below the belt on your own child, on your own children. So there's no need for me to talk to you about anything. I don't care who you supposed to be. Soulmate, twin flame, soul flame, I don't care. Type ish, right? And so we have beginning at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody that want to try again, new direction, and start over. I don't know if this is someone went to another situation to try again, you know what I'm saying, and try to have more kids with someone else, thinking that, you know, things going to change when they the problem. The same thing is going to occur, okay? The same thing is going to happen. This, I don't know. But for the most part, I feel like this is somebody that want to have, try again with you, start over and go in a new direction with you. But I don't think so. Yeah, we got obscurity in the reverse, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. You feel like this person concealed too many things from you. It's okay to have a little mystery to you. You could be a little mysterious, but this is someone that wanted to be under the radar, like off the radar. You know what I'm talking about? Because they had so much that they were hiding. Okay, we only have 40 likes in 35 minutes, so what we getting a like a minute? I'm just trying to see when it's in. I see over 40 people in the chat. I know it's early or late or I don't know where you are in the world, but let's support the platform. This is not just for me, it's for all of us. And guess what? Everyone on YouTube need to hear these messages because they are real. They're really real. And look at this. We have influences in the reverse. This is not someone that's going to be able to blame nobody else for this. So this person is going down because of what they did to a child in you collective. And that's this period point blank. That's what's happening here. This is someone that's broke. And it's like how they say hurt people hurt people. Broken people break other people too. But when it comes down to you trying to break someone that you created, it don't get no crueler than that. And me personally, I don't have respect for men or women that's not there for their children and don't provide and you know what I'm saying, show up and miss this and miss that. I don't have no respect for you. None whatsoever. And I don't even really want you talking to me and that can just be me. But and I mean that could be any one of you guys collective if I ever meet you and and we kicking it or whatever and you dealing with someone and they not showing up for their child, I'm not gonna say hello to them. I don't have nothing to tell that person because I don't feel like that's a real person. I feel like that's an entity, somebody that's on demon time. So you're not gonna get my energy. I don't deal with they be mothers or fathers, you know. And trust me, I done been down through there. But guess what? I had my children with me. I had my children with me. And whatever I was going through, you couldn't tell when you saw my children. You understand what I'm talking about? So there's really no excuse. And that's what people like to do, make excuses as to why they couldn't do this or why they couldn't do that or why they didn't show up. How about you keep out of trouble and then at the end of the day, you'll be able to show up for different events and things of that nature. That's still not no excuse. That's your fault. So I don't deal with adults that's stupid. I feel like that's very stupid, right? Right. I'm allergic to stupid people. Okay, let's see what we have going. Look at this. Look at this. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. That's all they do. And that's why they pay for it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But this is the type of energies that'll pretend like, they active. And this is the type of energy that get around other people and act like they active parents. Or they'll just simply put the blame on the parent that stayed, that's, going through so much to try to make sure, the upbringing of the child is what it's supposed to be to the best of their ability, right? There's someone that'll try to downplay you, you know. Some of them even went as far as saying you're a bad mother and bad father. And, if a person is so much of a bad mother or bad father, why in the world would you leave your child with them? So it's no escaping, the truth here. Some of you gain clarity on this is the type of person that you were dealing with, and you say, I don't give a rat's behind if you, man, listen, I don't care who you supposed to be, who you was, husband, wife, You know what I'm talking about? Fiance. I don't care who he is. And that's where you guys were at with it. And so that's why you walked away. That's when you said this is a dead situation. You know? This is done for. We got obsession. This is someone that's obsessed. Infatuation, adoration, and addiction. You know, I'm getting some of these energies had the nerve to brag about you and what you do. That still don't make it good. With this obsession coming out, they could have been bragging on you and you know how you step up as a parent or whatever the case may be. But that's still not saying we or us, you know, because it takes two, right? So this person giving you validation in that department don't mean nothing still because it's like, what are you doing? I don't know, collective. I just don't know about this person. I'm about to get out of this energy because I don't, like I say, I can't deal with this type of energy. We have distance here. And so this is what caused you guys to separate and for you to block this person was separation, space, and blockage here. You did what you needed to do. And that was the best thing for you to do in this situation. What else we have here? Exhaustion. Yeah, this person, I'm telling you, they are depleted at this time. They are. And now all they want is peace. So now they feel like the next best step is to try to make peace with you so all of this can go away. Because whoever this is, they were doing this because you walked away and you didn't want the connection no more. So in order to hurt you, they hurt their own child. This is a narcissist. Very narcissistic here. And pretty much just forced you to pick up on they slack. You know, wherever they were lacking, it's like you gotta do it. It may not even be a problem for you because it's your own child. Or it may just be you. Take it as it resonates to you, but we have peace here. The only thing you really want is peace. And we have spine. This person watch you. They watch you so much in many ways to try to get information. Information for what? Look, I told you they didn't see your value. We got it in the reverse. Information for what? Oh my goodness. Baby, look at this. Divine feminine. Because they know you they're divine feminine. It's a whole masculine. This is the baby maker himself. Checking for you, divine feminine. Child, I cannot. What else? Karma. And they getting karma. Yeah. They getting karma for what they did to you. They knew, like Spirit said, listen, this person knew you were their divine feminine first. Before you even had a child. They knew you was this first. Bottom of the deck. Possibilities. Free spirited. Yeah. Before you guys even had a child, baby. Adventure and risk. And it's the reason why they wanted to go the extra mile with you. Because they knew who you were. Like I said, this person was very aware of you being their soulmate, their soul flame. I call it a soul flame. Because your soulmate is your twin flame. So this person going through karma, and that's the cause and effect of this situation here. That's the consequences for what they done. I told you they not getting a pass on whatever they did, especially to their own flesh and blood. Like what? They got a big karmic debt to be paid, and specifically for what they did to you first, divine feminine, and then I say the mother energy. Okay. You can also be a masculine, I don't know. Yep, fantasy. Imagining, fantasize about you a lot. We have shock in here, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. I told you. They not catching a break. Unexpected trouble is happening for this person. We got two energies about this person being in turmoil: emotional storm, unstable, affected, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. They got a lot going on. Cloudy judgment, illusions, being unbalanced, being in this distorted energy, but they still hoping that they can have a connection with you. I told you this person is not ready. They not ready. They ain't gonna never be ready for you, divine feminine. Mm-mm. It may take you a while to see that, but the thing is, I don't see divine masculine. So this could be a whole karmic energy that was, pretending to be your divine masculine energy, because just divine feminine came out. Why did divine feminine come out? This person obsessed. That's why. Look at this. We have single, because you're single, because you walked away and they feeling lonely. Okay, without you. Withdrawn. Divine feminine withdrew from whoever this is. So whoever the feminine energy is out of you and this person, this divine feminine withdrew. Definitely withdrew. Look, and set boundaries and release this person. I can't make it up. Look at this. We have we have boundaries here, and then we have releasing. So this is, you said no, you drew the line, you had enough, you let go, you moved on, and you walked away. And that's you in this single energy, and that's the reason why all this happened. I told you this person was just trying to hurt you. Either you by yourself or a child to get back at you, to make things harder on you so that you can return. Listen, remember we got second chance, make amends, reconciliation. They were doing this in hopes of you returning. That's why they want you. That's why they want to tell you that, they're misunderstood. It don't matter. It don't matter. Even though this person gonna tell you that they've been watching you the whole time. Like, what do you mean? I've been watching my child. Baby, I cannot. I cannot. On social media, a social network. But they wanted to hurt you. They wanted it to sting. Because you had the audacity to walk away. Look at this. And close off your heart with open heart in the reverse. You had the audacity to try to walk away from me. This is somebody that's in the energy of King Kong and got on me. That's the way this person ego had them tripping. Look at this. But still holding on. Obsessing again and spying again. Baby, clinging, holding on. I don't know what y'all gonna do. This person still sending Cupid's arrows to you, hoping that one day you'll catch it. Some of you may, I don't know. You know this person is a piece of work. So you may, it all depends on how you feel. If you feel like you're not finished with this person, you still love them, and you still got some more in you to go another round with this person, then you gonna go. If you feel like you letting go, moving on, walking away, loving you and being free, then you gonna remain in that energy. It's solely up to you. Let's see what fell here. What we have: perspective and intuition. Better off. Spirit is saying some of you will be better off with happiness and a clear head space without all this drama. And listen to your intuition. We have song, telepathy, and inner knowing. You already know what you're going to do. Yep, elusive in a reverse. This is what you're not dealing with: dishonesty, deception, and trickery. So for the ones that is gonna, give this person another chance and reconcile because you love them, you are not going for any of this trickery energy, dishonesty, deception. It's like the first sign of that you out of there. What else we have? Sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. Some of you, You're going to return to this person because you don't want to see this person in this energy. You got a big heart. Came out already. But sometimes that big heart could get you in a bad situation to where you could really get hurt, collective, dealing with somebody like of this caliber. But you can't help who you love at the same time, which is crazy, you know. But hey, what we have: resistance, secret admirer, suppressing and timid. You tried to resist this person though. You could be suppressing the love that you have for this person. I don't even really fully think that you just stopped loving this person. You just decided to take the high road and move away because of everything that transpired. You're not going for no type of deception. And look, we have breaking point. This person is at their breaking point because they never think that you was gonna flex your strength on them. You know, we have 61 likes. Okay, we ain't getting no more. That's what I have for you guys. I see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, and